Hi, this is Bipolar Afterthoughts, and fuck. Hi, this is Bipolar Afterthoughts with me, Liam. Today it's only going to be me. And ignore the background, please. It's going to be changed. A lot of things are going to be changed. This is my second video. Anyway, today I wanted to get into a topic that is very, very important, and that would be borderline personality disorder, and that would be bipolar, specifically a mixed episode where you've got, the highs of a mania of being manic, then the lows of bipolar depression. And I have bipolar type 2, so that means that I have um, hypomania, not normal full-blown mania, but I still experience the symptoms. Anyway, it all started when I went to Macy's and I was going there for one item and I ended up spending $500. Now, if it had not been for the sale at the time, then I would have spent well over $700. I don't even have $100 to really spare right now. I am usually self-aware enough to be like, oh, hey, yeah, that's weird. I just bought $500 worth of clothes. But I didn't that day. And then 2 days later, I saw my therapist, and I cannot stress enough how much therapy is essential for everyone, I think, even people who are fine, you know? But she told me, hey, you're talking really fast, you're jumping from subject to subject. Do you think that you're manic? And I thought, my first response was no, because, death kind of sounds nice right now. And then she had to make sure I wasn't having a plan or anything. But at the end of it, she and I talked about mixed episodes. And I've had them before, but they've never been this bad. Prior to yesterday, in the span of 5 days, I had gotten about 16 hours, and this wasn't even deep sleep. It wasn't REM sleep. Okay, I was in between stages, really, of being awake and being asleep. I could even hear a little bit of what was going on around me. Um, Obviously, that made me irritable, which is a trait I usually do not have, even though it is a common trait for people who are manic, hypomanic, or in a mixed episode with mania traits. But I did not. That's not something I personally struggle with normally. But I think being manic with the the mixed episode, like the depression, it it was just it's a lot harder than it seems, and I don't want to be sounding as if I'm wallowing in self-pity, because frankly, I'm not. There's a lot of misinformation out there about bipolar disorder, about people with mental illnesses. Um, and because if you're vocal about it and you ask for help, a lot deem you to be too needy. That's happened to me the past couple of days with some of my friends. We weren't exactly close, but that's how you know that they're not lifelongers, They're not people who are going to be there for you through thick and thin, because everyone with a mental illness, they have their good times, you know? They have their good times, they have their bad times, they have their in-between times. What's so different about that than everyone else? Because ours are more extreme? I mean, if you really think about it, that's quite bizarre. And of course, the argument has been made, we don't judge people who have diabetes, who have cancer, who have other illnesses that they are not in control of, which is the same case with bipolar disorder. I'm not saying it's as severe, and I'm not saying I would trade my bipolar for one of those. I am just saying that it's ridiculous to me that as a society, we do not yet treat mental illnesses the way they should be treated. But at the same time, I'm not shocked at all. because that's just life, I guess. Hopefully it will change. I got prescribed sleeping medication. It didn't work. I'd been on it before, Ambien. Um, and then I went on another medication that gives me really bad side effects. I've had it before, but it usually knocks the meaning right out of you. And that pill did give me some good sleep. Not enough to catch up on the previous 5 days, but enough to where today it's not nearly as bad as it was before. And there were several times actually throughout this where I said to myself, I don't want to be here. I don't want to deal with this. I am tired of being a burden. I am tired of asking people for help. I am just so tired of everything and almost everyone, and especially myself. I look at myself in the mirror and I just want to punch me. That's what I would feel like. And I was just disgusted by myself, and I started to wonder about all these negative things people said about those with bipolar disorder. Oh, they're lazy. Oh, it's just a mental illness, that kind of stuff. And it got to me. Even though I know better. Scientifically, statistically, logically, I know better. And I am still, as you can tell, in a mixed episode. That's why this video is so chaotic, just like the last one. But I'm hoping that it goes away because it's been over 2 weeks now, and generally my mixed episodes even only last about a week. It's been 2, and yes, now the depression is a little lower, but the mania is higher, the hypomania, and it's not where it needs to be. And I have a big fear of medication, so if the pill I'm on right now, which was prescribed to me 11 days ago now, does not work, I'm going to try one more thing, and then I'll give a rest for a little bit. But still continue my therapy, of course. Because you should always strive to have medication, in my opinion, and therapy, and a good schedule, which the schedule thing, that really screws me up because I am a night owl. I have insomnia, yeah. But just know, of course, all the cheesy crap that people say, you're not alone. Things usually get better, and you just got to keep trying to find the right medication. And all this stuff sounds incredibly corny and the last thing you'd want to hear. But unfortunately, they're true. And even while saying that, I felt a bit repulsed. During it, just lean on those that you can, and if you have no one to lean on, absolutely no one. You don't have a therapist. You don't have any family or friends, which can sometimes happen. I've been there. Then, you know what? You've got you. And you've most likely had episodes in the past, and you survived those. And I bet you will survive this one as well. I still emotionally do not feel like I'll survive this one, but logically, I know I will. I'm going to be able... This was totally unscripted, and I didn't know what I was going to say. I just sat down and started recording. So in the future, it will be a lot more structured. There won't be so many ums and awkwardness. And for all those things, I apologize. See, there's another Don't know what to do with that. But, yeah, there it is. Can't get away from it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully. Maybe. Just check it out. Please. The next one's gonna have, what I'm talking about. It's gonna have the better equipment, the better lighting, the better editing, all of that. So, stay tuned for that. The topic, I don't know yet. It might be a redo, in fact, of this video. but a shorter, condensed version, where I know what the hell I'm actually saying. Anyway, until then, I hope that if you're struggling, you get better, and I hope that everything turns out okay. And for those who have been through this and right now are doing okay, thank God for that, right? Thank whoever you want to thank. Just try to be grateful, I guess. Which is another thing that's very cheesy and I hate to hear. It's hard. I mean, I couldn't even play video games, couldn't read, couldn't write. Those are all the things I like to do. Nothing brought me joy. And I'm still getting that back. So yeah. I'll leave it at that. But I know it'll get better. There we go. I'll leave it at that one. Sorry for the awkwardness.